Okay, hey everyone. I'm going to try to do this without my kids making any interruptions because they are here, and trying to get things done with them here is a whole different ballgame. But anyway, so they are behaving right now. They're in my backyard, so hopefully they'll stay back in there. Okay, so I am going to talk about Chapter 11, the Mendelia, if I'm saying that right, patterns of inheritance. Okay, so mainly we're going to talk about him, Gregor Mendel, what he was. He studied science. He was the one who did the experiments on the garden peas. He gathered all his information and documented his data, and he is the one who formulated fundamental laws of heredity in the early 1860s. So he, didn't have a microscope, didn't have no knowledge of cells or chromosomes or anything like that. This is the 1860s. So, okay, so when he did the experiment on the garden pea, that's what he used. It was a good choice because they were easy to cultivate. There was a short generation. Normally they're self-pollinating, but they can be cross-pollinated by hand. There's true breeding varieties were available, and they're simple. It's a garden pea. How simple could that be? So, basically, he performed crossbreeding experiments. He used true homozygous plants. He had varieties that differed in only one trait, which is monohybrid cross. He performed reciprocal crosses. That's my daughter. He formulated the law of segregation. This is the monobred cross that he did, and that's how he determined certain things. His laws of segregation. Each individual has a pair of factors, which is alleles, for each trait. The factors are allosegrase, separate, Doran, gamete. Each gamete contains only one factor. Basically, the basic laws are classical genetics and Mendel's cross. Each trait in a pea plant is controlled by two allies. The dominant ally, which is the capital letter, and the recessive ally, which is the lowercase level. So, depending on the allies, there's a homologous, I cannot say that word, pair of chromosomes.
Homogeneous pair?
Is identical allies, and the heterozygous is different allies. So it shows you here
and here about something. Your short vowels.
Okay, so we're done with that. So basically, he determined what the genotype was. And the genotype refers to the two allies an individual has for a specific trait. If identical, they are homozygous. If they are different, then the genotype is heterozygous.
You have pimples on your face.
So, phenotype refers to the physical appearance of the individual.
I want to read one. Medicals Crossing View by Morgan Greenings.
No, that's not it. Mendel's cross.
The Mendel's is
The dominant and recessive allies represent DNA sequences. During meiosis 1, the homologous chromosomes separate. The process of meiosis explains Mendel's law of segregation and why only one ally for each trait is in a gamete. A dihybrid cross uses true bleeding plants differing in two traits. Mendel tracked each trait through 2 generations. From these results, Mendel formulated the law of independent assortment. That means the pair of factors for one trait segregate independently of the factors for other traits. All possible combinations of factors can occur in the gametes. Wow. So this is the dihybrid. And this is showing you what happens during meiosis. And, he made the Punnett square, which is a table listing all possible genotypes resulting from a cross. Okay, and what it did is allowed us to easily calculate profitability of genotypes and phenotypes among the offspring. The Punnett square in the next side shows 50%. Whoops, I wasn't supposed to read that. But anyway, we'll show 50%. There you go. And they have the tech cross. And
This video sucks, Mom.
what is an AutoZone?
It does.
Because it's not interesting to you. Would you please be quiet?
Well, I wanted to do it with you, but you're not letting me.
You are doing it with me.
Are you showing this to your teacher?
Uh-huh.
I think we should do it now.
Genetic disorders are when
This gum right here tastes like Play-Doh from this old lady who gave it to us.
It was not old lady.
Well, your friend and
It's so good.
classmate. It tastes like Play-Doh, guys. Never try this stuff. Or whoever that lady
Okay,
gave
here's here is the blood types.
A, B, A, B, O.
You have incomplete dominance. Paleometry occurs when a single mutant gene affects 2 or more discrete traits. Polygenic inheritance. So some examples of polygenic inheritance is human skin color, height, eye color. And X-linked inheritance is in mammals. And X-linked recessive disorders are more likely to affect males than females. So, for example, color blindness, which is on this page. So, anyway, that is all about Chapter 11 and Gregor Mendel. And sorry about the interruptions from my kids. But again, I said that I am home and I can't get done anything without them.
Bye.
So, that is it. Thank you. Bye.